Today we're rating custom Magic the Gathering cards on Reddit. We're going to start with the Fleeting Mirage. It's a black-blue instant. Target creature or planeswalker spell gains. As this enters the battlefield, sacrifice it. Draw a card. So it's basically a counterspell to creatures and planeswalkers. However, if they ever have an ETB, they still get it. That is very interesting. In a blink of a spell, shadows dance, whispers fade, and dreams surrender to reality. I like this card. It might be a little too strong, but again, like, it doesn't hit instants and sorceries. It only hits one card type. So yeah, it feels really bad to be a creature to actually, hold on, target creature. Oh, this is worse. This gets around Cavern of Souls. Oh my god. I'm not gonna like this thing. I'm gonna put, I like play my merfolk off of Cavern of Souls, and all of a sudden, target creature must be sacrificed when it enters the battlefield. And all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm down a card today. Oh, what a beating. All right, next up, we've got Small Talk. It's a 1-mana instant for, it's like an artifact or something. Shouldn't be colorless. This has the artifact frame. Okay, each player draws a card, then discards a card. That's broken. I think that's it's a 1-mana discard outlet that can be done at instant speed at colorless. There's no way in hell you were giving this to me. I think it's gonna be abused. You put that in the Reanimator decks. You put those in the Dredge decks. You give them to the Madness players. I mean, you got the Root Walla card. It's basically 1 mana, put this damn thing directly onto the battlefield and draw a card to boot. So very, I think this is a little too strong. Maybe in Commander it doesn't matter. One-on-one, this thing insanely broken. I think it's broken at least. Does Hull Breacher say stonks? Let's see, hold on. Each player draws a card, then discards a card. Oh, that's interesting. So you play Hull Breacher, which by the way is banned. It's banned in a lot of places. And then you make everyone draw a card. They don't draw a card, you get treasure, and they discard a card and you drew a card anyway. But then you have to discard a card. Stonks, I just found out what that means. Welcome to the world of stonks and Wall Street bets. All right, Toads, you're going to start us off with a beautiful super chat. A Toads 24 album. What does that mean? Okay, a Toads 24 album. Remember, if you super chat, give me the name of your post on Custom Magic. Last card named Nicol Bolas. And I will look it up for you. You have to donate it. So you want the last card. Oh, it's me! Well, last I checked, I don't look a whole lot like Nicol Bolas, or maybe Nicol Bolas really likes how I look. Okay. Oh, it's a Nika Bolas. Oh, okay. I get it now. It's a Nika Bolas. Okay, we got Wooburg for a star. Nika Bolas. Power and toughness is each equal to the number of super chats. When Nika Bolas enters the battlefield, put a number of Zyber counters equal to its power on it. If you mispronounce a card name, tap Nika Bolas. It remains tapped as long as it has a Zyber counter. Remove a Zyber counter during your upkeep. What a weird card. Zyber counters don't exist, so actually this card is unplayable. Also, how do you determine if you mispronounce something? What if there's like a card that there's like no definitive pronunciation guide for? Like Svelun. Nobody knows exactly how Svelun is pronounced. They didn't give us a guide for that one. Alright, moving on. But thank you very much for making a card in my liking. Okay, we got the Reckless Doorman. Very reckless. This sounds very AI generated. Very Reckless Doorman, and gives you this AI image. Okay, red 2 generic 3/3 Dwarf Barbarian with haste. When Reckless Doorman attacks, if it entered the battlefield this turn, put a defender counter on it. I don't see the point of this thing. So it's quickly going to defend the door? With haste? So if it attacks, we put a defender counter on it, and then it can't attack anymore. So it just goes to its job. I swear, I only stopped watching The Gate because I spotted those rascals getting away. Whatever, it's doable. Doable it is. Next up, we got Brawly's Shadow. What from Disney do we see today? A Whole New World. Sounds Aladdin-like. Are they on a magic carpet? Is Aladdin taking his girl on a date? He is! It's a hell of a date to be flying in the air. Okay, what if she had flying sickness? That would have been awkward. Just spew chunks from the sky, and that's gotta land on somebody. Okay, we got a Azorius hybrid of instant. Exile 2 target creatures, then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. If those creatures entering the battlefield cause a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. I do not understand the flavor of this at all. I would figure... I don't know, you just give something flying until end of turn, to be honest. Although they're not very aggressive. Alright, it's a doable card. Very, very, very doable. Back to the main page. The Mutant. Oh, hold on. Liquid Sulfide has something to say about this one. It kicked the door down and now it is guarding the entrance. I guess that's the flavor. The Mutant. Green, blue, 1 generic for a 2/3 shapeshifter. With Mutate! Like one of the crappiest mechanics ever designed, because it's too awkward and complicated to understand. This creature is every creature type except human. So it's like Changeling, except, I don't know, it's like reverse. It's like some weird variation on Changeling. The power of each mutated creature you control is the sum of the powers of its component creature cards, and its toughness is the sum of their toughnesses. So basically, you mutate 2 things together. You don't have to choose which one is going to be the power and toughness. You just combine them together, which actually makes a lot of sense. This card is actually trying to clear up the confusion of mutate in the first place. I figure that if you mutate 2 things together, it's just both the cards combined. Like, that would have been so much simpler, but maybe it would have been broken. Who knows? But this actually makes some sense. Kankusha asking about A Whole New World. It's from Aladdin. It is from Aladdin. You can't get the song out of your head? A Whole New World. And I like the sequel. I liked Return of Jafar. Although I found it was very awkward. That was a direct-to-TV movie. Majra! 3 cards after... I'm just gonna write the 3 cards. The 3 cards after... Philly's Harp. The Divine Harp and more. Oh, hold on. Oh, I see. Hold on. The actual card I have to look up is a Divine Harp and more. You confuse me. More things from the Sun City. Okay, 3 cards after Phil's Harp. Okay, so we start off with the Florist. The Florist of the Sun City, a white 1 generic, human cleric, 0/2. Flash. When it enters the battlefield, gain 2 life. Also pay a white tap, prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to any creature this turn. At the beginning of the beginning of each end step, if you gain 5 or more life, draw a card. Ooh, I don't know about that drawing card part. Definitely 100% this card is fine up until then, but I have no idea. I guess it's okay, but I gotta keep an eye on that one. Next one. Herborist of the Sun City. Green 1 generic 0/2. Exalted. When Herborist of the Sun City enters the battlefield, exile target artifact or enchantment. Its owner draws a card unless they pay a blue have been paid to cast the spell, and also its owner gains life equal to the target's mana value unless white has been paid to cast the spell. That is a very unique effect to, like, if you spend blue or white, you can negate those effects. But then if you don't, if you're like in a mono green deck, you can still play this card, but they're going to get some value. I don't really care for the life gain. I don't think that's particularly a big deal. This could be like, no, it just exiles it. This actually could be broken. It's just 2 mana. It's better than Disenchant. Yeah, there's no way this is happening. No way, and as Exalted and all this other crap, forget it. I guess the only downside is that it's sorcery, but that's not a big enough downside. If it was like Exile for as long as this thing remains on the battlefield, when it leaves the battlefield, return the artifact or enchantment, I could get behind this. And then the Priestess of Feli, blue 2 generic 0/2 human cleric. When Priestess of Feli enters the battlefield, exile target creature enchantment. Again, this ability is too strong. Just enter the battlefield, get rid of the damn thing. And its owner creates... Although this one, maybe this one's a little bit better, but I don't know why blue has exile. Just actually exile the damn thing. I like the design that you can only negate 1 effect. Exactly. It's a cool idea. So its owner creates a 0/1 green plant creature token and draw a card unless like the banned colors have been paid to cast the spell. But you gotta balance. You can't just enter the battlefield. Like, this is hard blue removal. Like, I would play this card in Modern, and like I shouldn't have access to this damn thing. Feli is not just the guardian goddess of the city. She also governs over life, spring, beauty, and the sun. Gotcha. Okay, back to the main page. We got Dominion, blue-white legendary enchantment. Oh god, why do we have a Yu-Gi-Oh card? So much text. I'm disqualifying it just for that. But I'll read it anyway. The Dominion enters the battlefield if it was cast. Exile all permanents you control, your hand, your library, and your graveyard. Then set up a kingdom using cards from the base game, 2nd edition. What the hell does that mean? Gain 3 estates and 7 copper. Then shuffle your discard pile into your draw pile and draw 5 cards. Exile Dominion. Return it to the battlefield under your control. If a non-Dominion source would cause you to lose the game, instead your life total becomes 5 and target opponent trashes 3 non-province cards from the supply. When the game ends, if your victory point total is greater than the life total of all opponents, you win the game, otherwise you lose the game. Who even gave a crap about this card? It's got 15 upvotes. 15 people know what Dominion is. I most certainly do not. Get it out of here! I mean, basically, each one of these abilities could have filled up the whole card by itself. Set up a kingdom? That's more than just Yu-Gi-Oh! It's Yu-Gi-Oh! In the future! As a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, I can confirm this card is worse than any Yu-Gi-Oh! Card I know. Okay, we got Bacon Catbug. Oh my god, I love the name, love the avatar. What's your card? Arboreal Favor. I love everything about your name and avatar. It's exactly as you say. It's a Bacon Catbug. And your card is the Arboreal Favor, a green XX, no enchantment with Vanishing X. Means it's going to disappear. As permanents, this permanent enters the battlefield with so many time counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter from it. When the last is removed, you sack it. Creatures you control are snow and get +X/+X, where X is the number of time counters on Arboreal Favor. Super fair. Very interesting card, too. I wonder if X, like a green and an X, would be fair. Because it sounds okay. Like, it's not a threat by itself. And if you keep the creatures off the board, like, that's fine, too. I think that'd be very interesting, just green and an X. This is super fair, super doable. The very essence of the Arboreal realm grants newfound might to those who tread beneath the bouts. I don't know what a bout is. Bacon Catbug with their own set. Oh, bread, also with your own avatar. The bread is getting worse. Okay, next, okay, back to the freebie section. We got the Exuberant Ritual. This is a beautiful looking card, I must say. Look at that old border and hybrid. I like the look. So it's hybrid Azorius sorcery. Add double white, double blue to your mana pool. Broken. Like, absolutely broken. Why are we making this card? Who needs this? What, we can ramp into our Supreme Verdict now? Even, like, combo decks might make use of this somehow. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. This is even worse than, like, I don't know if it's worse than Dark, maybe, no, okay, it's not better than Dark Ritual, probably. It's definitely better than, like, most red rituals, especially at 2 mana. Yeah, blue ramp. Well, this is not blue ramp. This is like a blue combo piece, and a lot of combo decks play blue anyway, especially the Storm decks. Absolutely busted. Get it out of here. No way in hell. Okay, we got the Smelly Squid, the Grail Knight. It is a white 2/2 Human Knight Cleric with first strike. When Grail Knight attacks or blocks, if you control a full party... Why are we bringing that mechanic back? What is it? Wizard... I can never remember all 4. I just know there's a wizard... A cleric. I think that... Oh, man, I don't remember the last 2. I never can. If you control a full party or are the Monarch... Monarch is easier to pull off. You may return a historic card from your graveyard to the hand. I think this is cool. Full party is impossible. Monarch... Whatever. If you pulled off the Monarch, then you deserve this thing. The rich get richer when you're the Monarch. Are people arguing that this card is not a combo card? It's not like a control deck is going to play this. They don't want a two for one themselves to play Supreme Verdict around here. Nikachu, why haven't you verified your Reddit account? How do you verify your Reddit account? I need to be verified? It's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, moving on. We've got Lily, the most precious. Ah! Some people can also appreciate other people's pets. We have a white 0/1. So they really don't scratch anything and are not a threat to even an insect. Whenever Lily, the most precious, is dealt damage, the controller of the sources of that damage loses the game. What does that mean? Like, soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Does that mean like the owner came and beat them up or something? Whenever it's dealt damage, the controller of the source. Anyway, I do believe that is broken. I think it's broken. I think you could end up because you could play. I don't. Well, maybe this is not crazy broken, but I do see one way of winning the game. You play like. You play your Lily, the most precious. You play Hive Mind. You play, I don't know, some sort of like Anger the Gods, and then their spell will deal damage to Lily, and then they lose. Should have Defender and Shroud, otherwise you use fight spells. Oh, you can also fight. That's also possible. You fight. You're gonna punch her right. Punch that little kitty straight in the paw or something. But I guess they're not gonna win. I don't get it. Like. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur, ... I guess you have to live with Lily to know what it's all about. You just block it. You don't want to block this thing. That sounds terrible. Oh, wait. Oh, you mean like you give it lure or something like that? Lure, attack with my Lily. You must block this creature. You have no choice. Yeah, I don't want this in combat either. Okay, next super chat. We got Majra. Majra has the 3 promises. I don't know what movie this is from. Majra, a big Disney fan. Okay, the Promise of Dawn. We have a white 3 generic sorcery. Promise of Dawn costs 2 less to cast if you cast a human spell this turn. Oh, very interesting. Search your library for a legendary card, reveal it. Put into your hand, then shuffle. So if I play human, so basically I have to spend like about 4 mana anyway, because I assume, or I guess like 3. I could play a 1-drop human, then follow it up with Promise of Dawn. And then all I'm doing is looking for a legendary card, which is probably also a human. We lived in harmony for 200 years. I refuse to believe that the Ares, the Moss Bay, and the Wasteland declare war on us for no reason. I shall discover the truth or die trying. Extract from Leonora's missives? Can't read it. It's a little too tiny for me. It got to Yu-Gi-Oh! Tax. Fair! I think it's fair. I think it's fine. Kind of broke. Remember, you have to get a legendary card. And if you have that legendary card in your hand, you're already screwed. So you can't get anything. There's actually a restriction on it. I think it's fair. I mean, 4 mana for a tutor. Come on, we have like... Imperial Recruiter can get more cards than this, in my opinion. And that's like 3 mana, which is less than this. Freebie section. We got Discount. Oh, I love discounts. We have a white instant. The next permanent spell you cast costs 2 less to cast. This effect can't reduce the mana cost to less than 1 mana. Why would you even want to play this? I don't get it. This seems like just garbage. Like, yeah, you can print it if you want. Like, okay, so I spend 2 mana. It's basically a ritual, I guess, for 2 mana. I think it's crap. I don't, okay, it's fair. I think it's fair. You can play it if you want. So you pay this white, and your next spell will just basically cost 1 less. Because you already burned a mana playing discount. It is as advertised. You are getting a discount, all right? So you can't sue the business for false advertising here. Yeah, technically a 1 mana discount. We spent 1 to get one less. Oh, come on in. You spend 1 mana to get 1 mana down. You get it's a 2-for-1 deal today on 2-for-1 Tuesdays. Okay, next up with Catbug, we've got the Sunburst Sliver. Okay, we have X for a 0/0 Sliver with Sunburst. So basically, for as many colors you can spend to play this card, it's going to come in with that many counters. Whenever you cast a sliver creature spell, it gains Sunburst. Isn't that too... Does that, like, just not work? I swear this card just doesn't work. Whenever you cast a sliver spell, it gains... Like, it's too late. You already cast the spell. Or is it not too late? Is it still going to count the colors that you spent to cast it at that point? I guess maybe it's not too late. I just don't understand the rules very well. Fricade says it's your next spell, so you can use it in someone's end step. Oh, hold on. Let's go back to that last card. Really? Discount. The next permanent spell you cast. Okay, that's possible. Very niche. I still think it sucks. I'm not going to spend 2 cards to get a discount on another card, people. I don't like it. Just say sliver creature spells. Yeah, exactly. That's better. All slivers in play and in your hand have Sunburst. That actually is a banger way to fix the card. And it makes sense. Nope, this... hold on. Nope, this is exactly as you have to word it to... Really? This is exactly... this is how it works? Okay, I'm just gonna trust you guys. Toads just hates the slivers. And we have flavor text. With the rising of the 5th sun, Volroth's folly began its journey anew. Alright, freebie section. Zombie Swarm. It's a black-green 2/1 zombie with squad 1. What the hell does that mean? Is that like army? So it comes into play with like an army of 1? I think. Like it's a 1/1 army. I have no idea. Oh, and it's Minecraft. I mean, my brain is even more broken. I have no idea what this card is trying to do for me. When I see squad 1, it just sounds... It's also a mana symbol. It's not even saying 1 as in a number. It's a mana symbol. Do I get mana equal to squad? Anyway, I don't know how this card works, so I'm just saying it's disqualified. Some of you have, like, huge super chats, so I think I'm going to make a rule. If your super chat is bigger than other people's, you will get prior... hold on, this is 5... Oh, no, you're only going after 5 cards. Well, then you're going to wait in... No, actually, for 5 cards, that's still a lot. You're going to get ahead of everybody, Gabrielle. You donate 25 euros, you're going to get it. Okay, custom set FGO, whatever that means. Sample common cards. It's 5 cards with their keywords. Sorry, their color keywords. For the set I'm slowly creating. Would love your opinion on them. It's hard to make a full set. It is hard. Okay, we got Hopeful Smithy. So there's a Smith. Okay, we have a white 1/1. And at the beginning of combat, that target creature you control gets +0/+1. Unification, if you control 2 or more creatures who share no creature type with this card, that creature gets +1/+2 instead. Hold on, at the beginning of combat, target creature control gets a buff of toughness. And if you control 2 or more creatures who share no creature type with this card, creature gets +1/+0 instead. This has got to be fair. It looks like a draft card. Here in Londinium, humans and fairies work together as equals. Water Mirror. We got a blue 1 generic instant. Return target creature to its owner's hand with Mystic. You may play this spell as an enchantment. If you do, it loses the ability above. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a Mystic counter on it. Sacrifice this permanent with a Mystic counter. Return target non-land permanent return target non-land permanent on the bottom of its owner's library. Oh, I thought you were going to get the alternate card. You know what I think would be a really cool mechanic? Like, I like this Mystic idea. It's the same thing, except you can put it on the battlefield. So you can choose to play it as an instant, or you can play it as an enchantment, wait a turn to get the ability on top. Like, I think that's a banger idea. But the fact that it's a completely different effect, I guess that's fine. That's cool, too. But I think it's a really cool idea that you could get the other effect, like the original effect in a stored way, like as a storage counter, in my opinion. Yeah, sacrifice this permanent with a Mystic counter. Return target non-land permanent on the bottom of its owner's library. Hold on, what does that even mean? Return target non-land permanent. Oh no, you're burying it. You don't put it's not return. You just put, okay, so it is more or less what I want you to do, but you have to put put target non-land permanent I guess an opponent controls, or I guess on the bottom of its owner's library. That's totally fine. But don't say return, because it didn't come from the bottom of their library. That just sounds weird. Okay, discarded Hopebringer, black 2/2 with Sinner 1. Once a fairy, What's Sinner 1? This creature enters the battlefield with 1/1/1 counter. When it dies, put all -1/1 counters it had on another creature. Isn't there something like that in the game? I swear. And I think it's cool. I think fairies would love this card. This is exactly what fairies probably want. You kill this thing, and then they'd probably kill something else, or at least makes it weaker. Once a fairy loses its purpose, its fate is all but sealed. And then we've got Overconfident Fairy for a red 2/1. Are these all fairies? Reincarnation, red, 1 generic. Exile this card from your graveyard. Search your library for up to 1 card with the same name, put onto the battlefield, and shuffle. Exile this card from your graveyard. Search your library for up to 1 card with the same name. Oh, that's a neat ability. That's totally fair, too. We aren't afraid of Moors. The Fang clan protected Britain from them for centuries. And we have the Enthusiastic Dryad. Green 1/1, Root Forest. When this creature dies, exile it. If exiled this way at the beginning of your upkeep, return to the battlefield tapped as a forest land and lose all other types and abilities. What? So the deal is, it's a fairy Dryad with Root Forest. When it dies, return it to the battlefield. So it just comes back as a land. So if you kill this thing, it comes back. I think that's totally fine too. I don't even think it's that good, to be honest. Most of these are draft cards. I'm really interested in that Water Mirror, though. 2 thumbs up for the Water Mirror. Okay, freebie section. We got It! Like the It? Like from the movie? We have It costs a colorless. It's a permanent. It is. Tap, add a colorless. That's actually probably broken, to be honest. I don't have to read the rest of this card. Just, it's colorless. It's like a colorless Birds of Paradise that adds colorless. That is way too strong. And then we've got colorless 3 generic. Reverse the order of all spells and abilities on the stack. Like, this in addition to that is broken. And then colorless 7 generic. Choose a layer. Oh my god. Until end of turn, ignore all effects applied to the chosen layer. Now I don't even want to think about how this card works. And then quadruple colorless 5 generic. Target permanent loses a subtype. But why? Why are we doing this? It's a broken... So... It is a very broken card just from the start, and then it messes with the game after that. You need, like, some level 3 judges playing with themselves to understand how this card works. Yeah, stop this card immediately! Stop! In the name of the law! Get it out of here! Vindicate kills this, absolutely. No permanent... Oh yeah, it has no permanent type. But it is a permanent. Just to remind you. Just in case you forgot. Oh, Will Anderson, thank you very much for joining the coffee crew. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the show. Okay, next, what's the next biggest super chat? Because that's how we're doing it around here now. Okay, we'll do Spectral Maniacs soon, but first we gotta thank our sponsors. Sponsors like FusionGamingOnline.com. I love FusionGamingOnline.com. I just recently bought one of those Svaeloon art cards, because that's going to separate my cards in my sideboard. From among those, you can also get the Doctor Who cards and also the Lost Caverns of Ixalan cards. I've also bought 4 foil Tishana's Tidebinders and 4 regular Tishana's Tidebinders. Because I need it for my regular and my foil deck. My foil deck is in Japanese, and a lot of people don't like playing against my Japanese deck, so sometimes for competitive tournaments, I bring out the English non-foil deck. And when you buy cards, because you better believe I do this myself, you can use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. You really do. Play any deck, any format, anytime you want. But it's a bandless saver. It's cheaper if you want to play a lot of decks. If your cards get banned, don't worry. Mana Traders cards got banned. You can play it as many decks as you want, because once you're done with your board of the deck, send it back, play another one. Gets you that competitive edge, because when there's a new breakout deck, you can play exactly that 75. And you can support the channel and get that competitive edge using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_R4Z. Alright, back to, okay, we'll do one, no, we did our freebie thing. What are we doing now? Spectral Maniacs! Super chat. Holy, what do you want? Holy Lightning Bolt? No, hold on. Holy Lightning Bird. Adaptation from Shadowverse. Holy lightning bird. The effect isn't something you really see in MTG, so I might need to rework the templating a bit. Yeah, that's how it is when you try to do your things. Remember, now you get priority if you super chat more than other people. I promise. You'll get priority. Because I don't see why someone donating more should wait in line. Okay, it's a green, red, 0/1 bird. Enters the battlefield, deals 3 damage to itself? Why? Also add 1 mana of any color. Bolt and bird. Same bolting something else. We bolted our own bird. That's not the one? Okay, hold on. Look at it. We're gonna look. You're supposed to give... Oh, lightning bolt and birds of prey. Hold on. So what was your thing again? Where... We missed out here. Okay, holy... Oh, it's... You called it holy lightning bird. I looked up holy lightning. It's, is this it? Is holy lightning? Is this exactly what it's called? Yeah, always bolt your own bird. Did you call it adaptation from adaptation from Shadowverse? Well, this is you. I don't think this is the holy bird, though. Okay, what were your last few posts? We're going into your history here. What do you got for us? Where's your bird? I'm trying hard. You donated a lot, so I think you deserve it. Do you even post this thing, Spectral Maniac? I don't even see it. Holy... Okay, I found it. Holy lightning bird. Sorry, this post has been removed from the moderators. That's why I couldn't find it. They screwed you. Okay, you have a lot of cards, so if there's like an alternate card, you let me know, you get my attention, and we'll look at it. So this is the super chat second half, because you guys basically super chat for the rest of the show. Smelly squid! Hopefully you did not get screwed by the moderators. An unusual seahorse. You probably, like, Spectral Maniac, you probably made a card without crediting the artist or something, because I hear they do that around there. They're jerks, as some would say. I'm not going to say it. I love them because they moderate this channel, which gives me content. Blue 1 generic, -1/1. What does that mean? It's going to give someone else power? Horsefish. Whenever an activated or triggered ability causes its source to change its text, you may untap another target permanent. Whenever an activated or triggered ability causes its source to change the text, you may untap... I don't get it. So, like, if we buff this thing, like, if we give it giant growth, we can untap another permanent. I don't know why you have to give it -1. Like, it wasn't broken or anything at all. Known from a single female specimen collected off southwestern Australia, lacks a dorsal fin and has a series of fleshy fin-like lobes along the back. Anyway, totally doable. Nikachu, I couldn't super chat, but I think you're a good analyst, so I became a member. Oh, check out my card. Yeah, you want to become a member? That's as good as super chatting. Check out my card. Eremitism. Where the hell that is. Okay, we look at your card. We got a blue enchantment. Whenever you become the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, return that spell or ability to its owner's hand. So if I become the target from... Whenever you become the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, return that spell or ability to... You can't return abilities back to their hands. You have to return the... Whenever you become the target of a spell or permanent an opponent controls, because the permanent would target you, then you say return that permanent or return that spell or permanent back to their hand. That's totally fine. Whenever you attack a player or choose a target for a spell or ability, sacrifice eremitism. I don't know what it means. But that totally sounds fine. Can you destroy that which is already severed from the world? I guess not. I guess not. Okay, next, let's look at... Majra. Majra donate, Majra get. The last card's from the Sun City. the sun. But what is the total? You know, you have so many Sun City cards. When if you're gonna have me go find cards from the same post, I'd appreciate you give me the same post again. Is this the same one? Because you have so many Sun cards. Oh no, oh, it's called this one. It literally is the last cards from the Sun City. Also there were 2 other cards from the last post. Didn't I do 5 though? Okay, hold on. So it's the last cards. This is effectively okay. I'm giving you 2 here. The last cards on it, there are also 2 other cards. Okay, we're done here. Okay, let's look at this stuff. Okay, white 5 generic. I don't know. Hold on. The last. These are just 3. Okay, I'll speed run through them. White 5 generic instant. Draw 2 cards. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each life you gained this turn. Actually, totally fair. Next, Gate of the Sun City. Enters battlefield tap. Has Exalted. Also has Wooburg. Actually, I like this design. I think that's cool. I think that's a good upside for having a tri-line come into battlefield tap. You can't even search it out with fetch lands. Radiant Priestess. Green 2 generic 0/4 human cleric. Add double of all of those. That is cool. That's also totally fair. Sounds great. Okay. Next up, did Spectral Maniac give me an alternative? Spectral Maniac has so many cards. Or is he trying to get his Bolt Bird card back in contention? You can be the target of an ability, but you cannot return an ability. I don't know. Can you return? That sounds so weird. Returning an ability back to somebody's hand. That doesn't work like that. Like that's such. I don't think that's the purpose of the card. I mean, maybe it is, but that's just so weirdly worded. I guess it's a way of, like, not countering the ability if the ability was uncounterable. Okay, Spectral did. He said, okay, thank you very much, Redco, for paying attention to Spectral Maniac. Eluvia. Graceful Lady. They're the adaptation of the Shadowverse. I like the picture. We have a white 2 generic 3/4. Can we like zoom in a little bit more? There we go. It's a 3/4 creature. Whenever you gain life during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Whenever you gain life during your turn. That sounds like it could be broken. At the same time, I don't want to say like this is too busted. Like, it's hard to make life gain work, but this can be really strong. If you hate Proliferate, I think you're going to hate this card, because it's as good as Proliferate. Gain life, get counters. And I think there are some cards, if it gets a counter, you gain life, so you just go infinite. Anyway, at the beginning of your end step, you gain 1 life. I think you should just leave it on the first thing. I mean, I can, like I said, I don't want to say that this is so super broken, but it looks really strong. But it's life gain. Life gain sucks. Whatever, we'll say it's doable. We'll say it's doable. Nikachu, what's your opinion on printing proxies for play? Cardboard proxies, that is. We mean playing with your friends is totally fine. If you've played in tournaments, be careful. No one's going to tolerate that. You're printing your own proxies. You have this proxy in a tournament? I think in casual Magic, who cares? We've been making proxies for forever, since the beginning, since the dawn of time. Okay, back to Bacon Catbug with the Alpine Warden. It is a green 2 generic 2/2 Tree Folk. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a force card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. If it becomes a 2/2 Snow Tree Folk creature. Why? Why don't you just call it? But it already is. Huh? I don't understand. It entered the battlefield as a 2/2 Snow Creature Tree Folk. Enters the battlefield, search your library, put it onto the battlefield. It becomes... Oh, the land becomes a 2/2 Snow Creature Tree Folk. Okay, I got it. So basically, you get 4 power of creatures and 3 mana. I think that's fine. That's a bit strong. It's very interesting, great value, but it doesn't look busted, especially by by today's standards. In times of peril, the Alpine Wardens awaken their ancient eyes, sternly gazing with the cold wisdom of centuries. Okay, next up, Brawly Shadow. With the Machiavellian strategy. Very Machiavellian. Machiavellian. Strategy. But it's Disney! Alright, we have a black, blue, 2 generic instant. Target player that is the Monarch takes an extra turn after this one. Well, that's, this is very Rich Gets Richer card. You control that player during that... you control that player during that extra turn. That's the twist. Exile Machiavellian strategy. Love it. That's pretty cool. It's exactly how Jafar did it. It's exactly how Jafar did it. He was the real Sultan. And you know what? He could have taken over Agrabah if he wasn't so greedy by doing it by force. He could have just mesmerized the Sultan until he was dead. Oh, I guess no, there was a threat, though. The threat of Princess Jasmine marrying someone and there'd be a different Sultan. I meant to say you missed 2 cards from the 3 promises. I gotta cut it off at like 5. You can only have like 5 cards per post. So we're gonna make that a rule. If it's more than that, too greedy. Because the show gets dominated by certain people. So and that's why I'm trying to blast through everybody's cards. So you max out at 5 cards per post. Okay, next up, we've got another Smelly... It's basically going to be a Smelly Squid show. With Monotheism. Do we get this? There we go. Monotheism. There we go. Okay, we have a white 1 generic aura, enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has indestructible. Creatures other than enchanted creature lose indestructible and can't have or gain indestructible. This is totally fine. Reminds me of Swiftfoot Boots. Is it Swiftfoot Boots? Or, I think it is, where the creature has hexproof. Anyway, enchanted creature has indestructible. Creatures other than enchanted creature lose Oh! The advantage is everyone else loses indestructible. That's cool. I like it. Great card. Next up, we've got Bacon Catbug with the Lotus Grave. Oh, sorry. No, it's Lotus Grove. I misread. Lotus Grove. Where all the lotuses probably come from. Okay, enters the battlefield tapped unless you control fewer lands than each opponent. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Is that it? Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control fewer lands than each opponent. Tap, add 1. Oh, so this is... Oh! So, if you're on the draw, you basically can... This is a superior city of brass. But if you're on the play, it comes into play tapped. I like this card. It's probably a little pushed. I don't even know if R&D would play it. I like this card, though. Ravaged by time and war, the pale imitation of what once was. So the rule now is if it's a bigger super chat, it gets priority. If it's newer, then the next one comes up. So this is Spectral Maniac is the next one after that. Pure Flame Lady. So if you want to be ahead of everyone else, you just donate a little bit more than everyone else. And was it Pure Flame Lady? I can't find that one. Where's the Pure Flame? Was it Pure Flame Lady? Was it just Pure Flame? Oh no! Where's that damn thing? Did I miswrite this thing? No, I lost the super chat. I'm gonna find it. I will find it again. It will be back. Or maybe I can't find it. What was it called? It was Pure Flame something. And who is this from? Spectral Maniac? I screwed up. I screwed up and deleted the super chat. Did the mods do it again? Maybe it did it again. It may have also been mod. It might have. Okay, then you're gonna have to suggest another one later. Okay, next up we've got okay, Smelly Squid, Impossible Epiphany. On with the show. You gotta follow the rules, Spectral Maniac. You gotta follow the rules. Blue 3 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if your library has more cards in it than it did. What? At the start of the game, you win the game? What the F? What does the start of the game mean? Like before or after you drew your card? Like, how do you have more cards in your deck than you started with? Like, that's impossible. I guess, okay, so I guess what it's possible is if you put your commander into your deck somehow. So this is definitely an achievement unlock card, definitely playable. Yeah, I guess this is for commander players. He never did ask the question of whether he should, only whether he could. This is basically, how do I get my entire board state, my hand, into my library, including my commander? Yeah, that's why it's an impossible epiphany. Well, it is possible. I just have not a damn clue how they would make it work. Wish card shuffle effects. Oh yeah, you could wish cards if you can rule 0 that thing into play. All right, Majra gets a little well, really wants that card. The last two from the 3 promises. Oh, sorry, not promise. The I think you meant promises. Oh, you just misspelled your promises the second time. That's fine. Okay, the last two. Oh! We only looked at this one. Okay, sorry. Okay. Promises of the Zenith. We have a green 2 generic instant. If one or more creature dealt combat damage to you, gain X life, where X is equal to the sum of power between creatures you don't control. If Azorius has been paid while casting the spell, destroy target creature. 3 mana, blow something up? Hold on. If one or more creature dealt damage to you, gain X life or X. I guess it's fine. So it's like, it's a fog plus destruction. Not really a fog, like but you do undo some damage. So I guess we can sign it off. It's 3 mana to get rid of something, so that's fine. Promise of Dusk, blue 1 generic. Counter target spell. If the mana value of the spell was even, create 2 1/1 white human cleric tokens, but if it was odd, tap target permanent, then put a stun counter on it. Also a pretty cool card. Very, very fair. Okay, next super chat coming from Bacon Catbug. Bacon Catbug learned about this show and now making the most use out of it. Brain fog. There's a not safe for work brain fog amongst all of these. Oh, you guys can't see it. There's a not safe for work brain fog. Okay, green enchantment flash. If an opponent would put a card on top of their library, they put it on the bottom of their library instead. Oh, very unique hate card. That screws over... Does that screw over, like, Ponder and Brainstorm and Sensei's Divining Top? I'm not entirely sure. For sure, if you try to put the top on top, it goes onto the bottom. It's no longer a top, it's a bottom. And I have no memory of this place. Absolutely. Yeah, anti-scry, oh yeah, anti-scry tech as well. Pretty cool card. Yeah, Nika Bro card, my brother probably would like it. Okay, and yeah, sorry about that, Majra. I didn't realize there was more cards included in that super chat. Yeah, take that, Vampire. Oh yeah, anti-tutor as well. Anti-scrooters, anti-scry, tutors, and top. Amongst probably some other cards. Alright, next super chat, we've got Bryce. Welcome, Bryce. You've got The Father of Them Baby Dragons by Bryce. Father of Them Baby Dragons. I don't see it. The Father of Them Baby Dragons. What if I just put baby dragons? Can I find it? Baby dragons! How about I put the father? I can't find this card, Bryce. Are you sure it's still there? Today, I guess there's new mods, and they're just slamming the ban hammer on everyone today. The father of them. Oops, no, that's not it. The father of them. I can't find this card. No, it's not there, Bryce. We can go back and try to find it later. But maybe, yeah, the mods are out today. They're out for blood. They're coming to kill, and they're gonna kill everybody. 404, father not found. Exactly. It sounds so sad though. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Bacon Catbug. Like, a big deal with them is like art. You have to credit the art on this place. You don't credit the art, even if it's your own art, you gotta like say it's yourself. Okay, Bacon Catbug with Goblin Flame Collar. I'm gonna keep a lookout for you, Bryce. If you can confirm that card is still there, or maybe confirm that the post is actually in existence, we'll keep looking it up. Red, 2/2 Goblin Shaman. If an instant or sorcery spell you control would deal excess damage to a creature that was targeted by that spell, instead that damage is dealt to that creature's controller. What? If an instant or sorcery spell you control would deal excess damage to a creature. Oh, I see. So it just goes to the controller. Cool. That's totally fine. Totally a burn card, too. So you kill a 1/1, it deals 2 damage to the opponent. This is great. Mods are reading this chat for their blacklist. It's possible. What does Bryce have to say? Bryce said something. Where are you, Bryce? I saw you just a second ago. It should be there. Look up Starco13. Okay, we'll look up Starco132. No, can't find that either. Unless that, like, I am looking up posts. If that's your name, I'll look up your name, Bryce. Bryce, Knight of New Capenna. No, can't find that. Give me another card that you've looked up, and I'll look it up, then click on your name. We could do that too. Smelly Squid. Sakava. No clue how strong it will be. I will let you know. It's a it's a 1 mana, 1 loyalty planeswalker. Oh my goodness. Okay, Sakava, one of many, has all the loyalty abilities of all other planeswalkers you control. Oh, so it's like sort of fair, because it's not going to be useful until you get like another planeswalker out. It's not even other people's planeswalkers, it's only your planeswalker. Pretty cool card. Okay, I think that would be fair, because it does absolutely stone cold nothing while it's in play. It's Sakava, she's a copycat, basically. You typed 1, 2, 3, not 1 through. Okay, Sakava. Hold on, so, okay, what am I looking up? What did Bryce say? Okay, I looked it up wrong. Look up Starco 1132. I don't know why this comes up. Does that have anything to do with your stuff? I don't think so. I don't know why that showed up. I think because it had star in the name. 1 mana clone, planeswalker, kind of. Yeah, but you can't go minus abilities immediately. Like, if you go on a minus ability, Sakava's dead. Just stone cold dead. Okay, we'll move on with Kiosk Gaming. You figured out how to super chat. Excellent. My favorite MTG YouTuber. I wonder if I'm like, I know I don't read around the custom Magic thing. I wonder how often people talk about me here. Would people even get this when they read this thing? Blue 3 generic. All right, we got a Merfolk. Go with Indestructible. As long as you control at least 3 other Merfolk. Whenever a Merfolk enters the battlefield, draw a card. That is probably fair, to be honest, because I can never get 2 more. I can never have more than 3 Merfolk on the battlefield, period. Blue, remove target Merfolk you control from the game. At the beginning of your end step, return that creature to play. Until the start of your next turn enters the battlefield, effects you control don't trigger. What? Until the start of your opponent's turn, enter the battlefield, effects you control don't trigger. Why would I want that? So what is this, only to protect my Merfolk? Totally fair. It would be funny if they're hilarious. Yeah, the favorite MTG YouTuber was another. It could be. Hey, I'm not everybody's favorite. If you have other favorites, it's all good. I can be second best. I remember everyone who would show up to my stream after Aspiring Spike was done his stream. 80 people would show up, and I'm like, I know who your favorite streamer is. I know who your second famous streamer is. Okay, Smelly Squid. Again, with Honest Taxpayer. Honest, huh? Created by Ronok67. So shout out to Ronok. Okay, Honest Taxpayer. Artifact creature, Bionicle, bands with Homerids. Ugh, I don't want to understand what this card does. It's a 6/6 ward, anti a card in your hand. Skip your draw step. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. When 3 or more cards are in ante, transform Honest Taxpayer. What is going on here? Are we gambling all of a sudden? And then it turns into It That Embezzles. It That Embezzles, power and toughness are each equal to the current value of all cards and ante in dollars. Well, how the hell are we supposed to know that? What are we going to use to determine the value? TCG Player, Card Market, a specific game store, and it's got an Anti-Nihilator 6. Whenever this creature attacks defending player, anti-6 permanents they control. Also, you guys got to see this. You guys got to see this. It's got like how do I get this thing? It's got this money symbol for power and toughness. You see that? You see the money symbol? That's so funny. Okay, unplayable though. This is unplayable trash. Cannot be played. Very confusing card too. Yeah. The Anti-Nihilator. The Anti-Nihilator. I wonder if this is going to be my thumbnail. I'll show the dollar signs. Because that sounds very clickbait. Power and toughness are dollar signs. And the Bitcoin watermark. Oh, does it have a Bitcoin? Where is it? Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that. The Bitcoin watermark. Anti-ban it now. Well, at least you're in Platonic Liquids play group where Annie is all fair game. Okay, next up we've got another Bacon Catbug. I swear it's not all Bacon Catbug cards. The Hash Slinging Slasher. Okay, we have a red Rakdos Hybrid Black 2/2 Fish Horror with Menace. The Hash Slinging Slasher crews vehicles as though its power were 2 or greater. That's totally fine. 2 or greater? So, like, it can crew anything? Anything at all? At the beginning of combat on your turn, untap that Hash Slinging Slasher if it crewed a vehicle this turn. It attacks this turn if able. So, basically, you can crew and then still attack anyway. So, crew before combat, go to combat, untap it. Pay 1 sack of food. The Hash Slinging Slasher gets +2/+0 until end of turn. It may as though its power were 2. Oh, if its power is 2 greater, not 2 or greater. Gotcha. There's no or. Thank you for clarifying this. So it can crew things with 4 mana. Easily playable card. Totally fine. Also, somehow goes in food decks. I don't know what kind of mishmash deck you're trying to build here, but I sort of see where you're going. Okay, next super chat we have from the letter Win. Thank you very much. Coal Mine Canary? So what, if it dies, everyone else dies? Black Blue 01, Flying Defender. But it's already dead. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, counter that spell and sacrifice Coal Mine Canary. Okay, I understand the flavor. I think that's pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. It took one for the team. It also means get the hell out of there. Okay, next up we've got Ree. Ree with, what's it called? My first super chat. Congratulations! Probably the first of many more. Fair Red Tolarian Academy? That sounds broken. How is that? How can you make a Fair Red Tolarian Academy? Okay, the recycling zone. So recycling zone enters the battlefield tapped. As recycling zone enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of artifacts. This card enters the battlefield with fuel counters on equal to the number of artifacts sacked this way. Tap add red to your mana pool for each fuel counter on recycling zone, then remove a fuel counter on it. Interesting. I think that's fine. I think that's okay. That might be fair, because you do need to sack a bunch of artifacts to enable it. And also, it comes with battlefield tap, so you can't even use it that turn. It can get wastelanded, strip mined, maybe even tapped at upkeep with Richmond Port. Dust Bowl. There's a lot of ways to beat this thing. Demolition Field, Field of Ruin. I like it. Separate green glass from the brown, please. I have no idea what that means. Anyway, okay, moving on. We got Brawly Shadow. Is it going to be a Nintendo card? Oh, it's Jafar. Sorry, not Nintendo. Disney. Okay, I don't think I spelled the whole thing, so it did not like me. Jafar. Malevolent Djinn. Or Jinn. Ah, yes! All-powerful. Okay, red, black, blue, 4 generic for a 4/5 Jinn Warlock. With flying and hexproof. When Jafar, Malevolent Jinn attacks. Choose one. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. But I thought he can't kill anybody. He can't kill anyone. That's the thing about a genie. It can, like, you can deal a lot of damage, but you can't, the genies cannot kill anyone. That's the deal. That's one of the wishes. One of the wishes. Can't make anyone fall in love. Can't bring anyone back from the dead. Also cannot kill people. I guess he can't kill people because he can't bring them back, right? So that is a flavor fail automatically. Return target creature from a graveyard to the battlefield under your control. What the? Okay, now each opponent discards 2 cards. Is that something? Because that's what people love. Yeah, those were the rules. Those were the rules. Jafar doesn't follow them, but he did. He couldn't kill any. Do you ever see Return from Jafar? Or sorry, Return of Jafar? He didn't kill anybody. But he could damage people pretty hard. The Jinn can, but the genie can't. Genies don't want blood on their hands. Jafar tricks people into... the last one should be, like, marry 2 creatures together. Anyway, the card is doable. The card is doable. Just, I still think it's a flavor fail. Okay, next up, we've got Redco with Avalanche Skirmisher. Bryce, you ever find like a replacement card for this super chat? I don't know if you did. Okay, white, white, white. I love the picture. Spirit Knight. When Avalanche Skirmisher enters the battlefield, for each snow that was paid to cast a spell, you may tap up to 1 target creature. If that creature was already tapped, destroy it instead? This thing is broken. This is insane. No way. There's no way this can be legal. Because if your opponent attacks you with anything, this is basically just permanent removal. And multiple permanent. You could cast this for 3 and kill 3 cards. You can outrun their blades, but not what follows. It's a 3/1. Yeah, 3/1 potential one-sided board wipe. Absolutely broken. No. Sorry, Redco. Too strong. Yeah, exactly. Spirit Squads. You could play this anyway, even without the flash. And then with flash, that would be insane. Or with, oh, I guess it's fair with Ether Vial, because you have to cast this card. You need to cast it with first snow mana. I love the snow. I like the tapping part. That's fine. That's fair. But destroying them? No way in hell. That's cannot happen. The Wandering Emperor needs to go into retirement if this is pretty. Exactly. Exactly. And makes me feel sorry about all those people that were climbing the mountain that one year. You mean the mountain? Yeah, it danger. I think it danger. Alright, next up we've got Redco gonna redeem themselves with this one. With Karen. Is this like Karen? Like the women that whine at who call for people's managers? Ferryman. I love those Karen videos, by the way. Huge Karen fan. Okay, Karen, Death's Ferryman. Okay, not what I expected. We have a black, white, 1 generic for a 4 loyalty Karen. Spells and abilities your opponents control can't exile or cause you to exile cards from your graveyard. Also, +1, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Okay, that's totally fine. Very fair. -X, you gain X life. That is very underwhelming. And also -4, each player loses life equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Also, I think very fair. Anti-graveyard hate. Spells and abilities your opponents control can't exile or cause you to exile cards from your graveyard. So you keep them. Interesting. Yeah, it protects. It protects your graveyard. Weird card, but totally doable. Yeah, I would like to speak to your manager. I'm not leaving until I speak to your manager. Well, I am the manager. I told you to F off. Okay, next up. We got... Oh, another Redco. Man, all of yours are like back to back to back against each other. Jokal! What super chat sound effect? I'm going to give you this one. How many Jokals are out there? That sounds unique. The Ascendant Elementalist. It's an Elementalist. 3 mana, 2/3 Avatar Wizard with Eminence. Eminence! Any Eminence is broken. In my opinion. When Jokal Ascendant Elementalist changes zones, choose a color. Spells you cast and permanents you control are of that color in addition to the other colors. That's just weird. Each non-land card in your hand without Foretell has Foretell. Its Foretell cost is each equal to the mana cost. Reduced by 2 + 1 mana of the chosen color. What? And his partner. I have no idea if this is broken or not. I guess I'll just say it passes. It looks fine to me. I could be wrong. Maybe it's completely busted. Maybe it's busted. But I can't tell. Okay, next super chat coming from Oliver. You pay more, you get priority. The Captain Geary. No! Captain Geary. I can't find Captain Geary. Revised. Did you spell captain wrong? We've had a few times. How about captain? And I'll just look up revised. No, still can't find this. Did I lose my internet connection or something? Oh, maybe I lost connection to Reddit. Okay, hold on. Okay, Captain Geary. Okay, we found it. It wasn't your fault, Oliver. It was Reddit's fault. Oh god, we got a goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh card over here. White, 1 generic for a 2/2 soldier. What is this? It's double white and tap? Put 5 stun counters on Captain Geary. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you this turn. Captain Geary becomes legendary. Can't make yourself legendary. I'm a legend. Activate only if Captain Geary is not legendary. At the beginning of combat on your turn, on your opponent's turn, if there is 1 or more stun counters on Captain Geary, you may sacrifice a vehicle. If you do, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. As long as Captain Geary is legendary and there are no stun counters on Captain Geary, creatures you control have first strike. Sure, whatever, you can have it. Yes to all of this. Just a little too wordy in my opinion. Next up, we've got Bryce is gonna come back. The father of them baby dragons by Bryce. Okay, so you reposted it. The father of them baby dragons. Okay, let's hope. Pray for Bryce. No, it's still not there. Hold on. What is your username? I can't find this damn the father of them baby dragons crap. Maybe if I put by Bryce, it helps. I don't think so. It just doesn't exist. They hate you, Bryce. What is your username? I'm gonna look you up. Give me your username. I'll look you up in a second. Kiosk Gaming. Thank you very much for your super chat. Fixed version of my first new mechanic. from Kiosk Gaming. Blue 3 generic. An instant. Whenever you draw this card, you may reveal it in your hand. If you do, keep it revealed until it is played, and it costs 2 less to play. Ah, so it's not a surprise, but you get a discount. Return all non-land permanents in play to their owner's hands. Oh my god! Return all non-land permanents in play to their owner's hands. So basically, this actually might be too strong, I think. Maybe? I can't tell if this is, like, too strong. It's effectively 3 mana upheaval, except not the lands. If global warming isn't real, then the world must be flat. This is, like, just bringing everything up. It could be super dangerous. Oh, no, but you only get the bonus if you draw it, and then you have to reveal it. If you draw this card. But you are always drawing cards. Basically, it's not usable if you... But it has to be drawn. What do you guys think? Starco 132. Okay, I'm gonna look up Starco 132. We're gonna find this baby dragons. We're hunting for baby dragons around here. It's better than evacuation. I'm sure it is. Not during your draw step, so stronger miracle. Yes, so you can do it whenever you want. You can just wait until your opponent's turn. It's instant speed. It's not even sorcery. If it was sorcery, it's fair. But it's instant. It's like end of turn. Bounce everything. Like it's Cyclonic Rift, right? And if you have not much in play, what do you care? Whoa, a danger. Floats mana and wins the game. That's possible. Doesn't work with tutoring, at least. Well, who cares? Okay, I say it's busted. I think that's a bit busted. Okay, we're gonna do a hunt for Starco. Oh, hold on. Let me hunt for Starco. Okay, Reddit, Starco132. I'm gonna hunt for these baby dragons. Okay, I found it. One was 1 minute ago, one was 39 minutes ago, another one was 57 minutes ago. Oh my god, you're gonna get banned for, like, spamming these things. You should delete a few of them. Let's get to one before they're all... They've been removed! It got removed. Why will this one? The mods also remove that one. You have to credit the artist, Starco. You have to credit the artist. And they also might not like that you're spamming so many on one day. Oh no! They made an attack. You let me know. You know what? We're probably gonna have to do this next week, but you let me know and I'll reimburse you. Or you let me know in the comments section what card you want. Hopefully I can I'll catch that comment and I can start the show with your card. Oh yeah, the mods. They came after Spectral Maniac. They also came after Baby Dragons. They came after them Baby Dragons. Brawly Shadow. What do you got for us? It's Genie, new best friend. Friend. Last one for Aladdin. And that concludes your Aladdin saga. Red, blue, 3 generic for a 3/4 Jin. Flying Vigilance. Genie, new best friend. Enters the battlefield with 3 wish counters. Ah, that is... I like the flavor. Jafar should have had the same damn thing. Choose one. Counter target non-creature spell. Deals also can deal 3 damage to any target and draw 3 cards and discard a card. I love it. Cool card. Have all cards I've been covered? Yes, actually. Yeah. Did you go to the bathroom or something? You weren't there for all of them? Okay, Pyro Bob 5, Rainbow Falls. Bryce, you probably have to contact the mods then. Why did you take my card down? We have a lot of Rainbow Falls cards here, but only one from Pyro Bob. Rainbow Falls! Do you guys just not know how to make a concise card? You guys are making me, like, read novels today. Gigantic novels. Enters the battlefield at end of... When it enters the battlefield and at the end of each turn, if there are no color counters on Rainbow Falls, put 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red, and 1 green color counter on Rainbow Falls. Tap, remove a color counter, add 1 mana of the color. It enters the battlefield and at end of each turn... Isn't that like, aren't you just like accumulating tons of counters on this thing? Like crazy? So basically end of turn, you have like, you add another 5 and then another 5 and another 5. Like, I don't know what the point of that is. I think it should just be, enters the battlefield tapped and it comes in with 5 color counters. And then once you use them all, it's over. So you can use a red, you can use a white, use a blue, use a black. I think that's cool and flavorful. I think the design of this thing is weird. Oh, only if there are no counters? You get more? If there are no color counters on Rainbow Fold, put 1 white. I see. Okay, so when you run out, then it replenishes. Okay, maybe it's fine. AI from Wonder AI. Custom card. It's fair and balanced. It actually might not. This is basically City of Brass. I guess it's a slightly more awkward City of Brass. I know it's 100% fair if you don't get to replenish this thing, but it is a falls, so probably it should replenish. Anyway, it's a cool card. I think the design is interesting. Completely unique design space. I've never seen this before, like a storage counter like that. I think it's really cool. I for sure 100%, if it doesn't replenish itself, then it is a banger card. The fact that it replenishes itself, I don't know, because it like replaces City of Brass and like a ton of other cards. Like, why play Gemstone Mine when you can play the Rainbow Falls? You know what I mean? Enters the battlefield tapped. Yeah, maybe you're right, Bread. Like, maybe you're right. The fact that it's a bit clunky makes up for it. Anyway, very, very cool card. Very cool. I really like that one. And then, okay, Redco, Grand Vizier of Sands. Very grand. Sorry, of the Sands. Grand Vizier of the Sands. Want to make... want to make something. Okay. Wanted to make a non-black zombie. Those already exist, you know. They're just white zombies. Did you not play an Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation? Okay, we have a blue-white, 1 generic, 2/3 zombie cleric. With Vanishing of 3, when Grand Vizier of the Sands leaves the battlefield, return all non-land, non-token permanents to their owner's hands. All non-land, non-token permanents when it leaves the battlefield? This is very similar. This is actually still broken, I think. This is an Amonkhet creature. Why does this stupid zombie have so much power to bounce everything? Like, I think it's way too strong. I don't understand why it's return all non-land, non-token. If we're already returning the non-lands, aren't we returning all the non-token? Oh, it protects tokens. Protects. You could bounce this for a nice board wipe. Yeah. Running out of time? I think that goes for more than just one of us. Now, that flavor text is a banger. That's the best flavor text all day. I like that. We both running out of time around here. It should be like, actually maybe even better. Running out of time? That makes 2 of us. You guys think it's fine? If you guys think it's fine, all right. Toads thinks it's Zybers. It's a very Zyberish card. Okay, next up, we've got Majra. Majra with Eos, Voice of the Ares. New deck. You're gonna show me a deck? Okay. Oh, it's an owl. Black. It's for Esper. Esper colors. 3 loyalty. Again, a novel. When Eos, Voice of the Ares comes into the battlefield, put target bird card in your graveyard into your hand. Love it. Yeah, absolutely love that ability. +1. Tap up to 1 target creature, then put a stun counter on it, then detain it unless its controller pays 2. That's pretty cool, too. That actually might be really strong, because that's basically removal, right? Because it's never going to untap. And then -2, exile target artifact, enchantment, or tap creature. You gain life equal to its mana value. That's probably fair. And then -7, which is really hard to pull off. Each opponent gets an emblem with cumulative upkeep 1. Player unable to pay this emblem loses the game. During your upkeep, choose 1 creature you control. Each other creature you control gains defender until end of turn. I think it's fine. You just cut it off at like cumulative upkeep. You lose the game unless they pay that 1. But I guess the rest is fine. I mean, like, it's really hard to pull off that ultimate. You need to wait, what, 5 turns? To get up to 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the 5th turn, and it, like, can never get damaged once. Pretty cool ultimate. Yeah, Nikachu close-up time. I gotta read! I gotta read that. I can't read from this far. It's just a blurry mess. I don't need glasses that badly. Spectral Maniac. Hopefully the mods have not removed your card. I made a holy bird. Oh, did you? Oh, you can. Okay, so you reposted it. I remade holy lightning bird. Spectral Maniac. All right, we got it. We got it. What was the problem? Did you not credit the artist? That's usually the #1 reason that they remove cards. You don't credit the artist. Red, white, 3 generic for a 4/4 Bird Angel Wizard with suspend of 2. Ooh, that's interesting. So it can come out by turn like 3. Whenever you cast Holy Lightning Bird from exile, it deals 2 damage to up to 1 target creature, then return Holy Lightning Bird to its owner's hand. Flying in haste. That is weird. Oh, so you can deal damage and it comes back. That's actually a really cool design. So when you have enough mana, so this is actually good for a burn deck in general. You burn some stuff down and then it comes back. And your opponent might even want to try to kill this in response so that they can't keep looping that over and over again. And you still have the ability to late game slam this thing onto the battlefield, smack your opponent for 4 damage immediately. Burn decks would love this card. Be a snap staple. When they're tight on mana, deal 2 damage. Not tight on mana, deal 4. Finally something to do when they're flooding out. I think it was multiple cards in a short time. Oh, that's possible too. Don't spam. No one likes a spammer. Okay, next up we've got the green cheese. I've never heard of the green cheese before. Now I can now present you. I can now present you the cards I made for my D&D. But you only donated €2, so you're gonna get 1 card. If you donate more cards, or how many cards is it? Oh, you literally made these cards. This is terrible template. Okay, at least I can click on the picture. Can I zoom in more? Not by much. Okay, I'm reading 1. We have a green, red, 2 generic for 3/4. It's called Pondor Panda, Fearless Warrior. Dwarf Barbarian, Haste Trample. If Pondor Panda would be dealt damage this turn, prevent half of that damage rounded up. Activate this ability only if Pondor Panda is attacking, and only if only once each turn. That, I guess, yeah, that's fine. And then 1, I think a hybrid of Gruul and 1 generic. Pondor Panda gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Totally fair card. Absolutely hate your presentation. You could have taken the card out of the sleeve. You could have gotten a lot more closer with your camera. And, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. For anyone that's want to see catch this, I'll show off the cards. I'm not going to commentate them. You can stop the show and read them if you want. There we go. Thank you very much for your presentation. Next is Brawly Shadow, with Dumbo, the Flying Wonder. Dumbo? The elephant? I don't think I've actually seen the full thing of Dumbo the elephant. Go to the comment. What, did other people complain? I'll look at the comments in my own time. So this show is over time by like 23 minutes. Okay, we got white, green, 2/2 elephant flying. Why does Dumbo fly anyway? It's not like the ears are giving him that much flight, giving them that much lift here. Is he working on a Disney set? You better believe Brawly Shadow is working on a Disney set. Tap, add a green or white. If that mana is spent to cast on a creature, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter. That is pure bliss. Great card. Great evade. Actually, this could see a lot of play in places. So it's got natural evade. It's a flying grizzly bear, effectively, that can ramp and buff things up. I like it. That's good power creep. Next, we've got Emily! I don't know how long you waited for this super chat, Emily, but welcome. Dark Cell Cecil. Oh, sorry, Dark Knight Cecil. is... Okay, we have a black 2 generic legendary creature, Human Knight. It's a 4/2 creature. Death Touch and Menace. Dark Knight Cecil attacks each combat if able, so not very good for blocking. Double white, 4 generic, exile Dark Knight Cecil, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Do it only as a sorcery, and only if you've lost life this turn. That's weird. And we got Cecil, Blade of Hope. I do not know the lore between these cards. It's a human 5/6 creature, and it's a knight. Lifelink, Vigilance, First Strike. As long as Cecil, Blade of Hope is attacking, it must be blocked if able. And if Cecil, Blade of Hope becomes blocked, other attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 and indestructible until end of turn. Big payoff on the second side, but the first side, a little awkward, so I think it's totally fine. Totally fine. Oh, Toad's coming here. Coming in at the end, Toads, aren't you? All right, we got a Toads 24 album. Toads 24 album. Mariana's Trench. So you want the Mariana's Trench? Okay. We look at this one. Don't you guys have the option to increase the text on these cards? Okay, it's a trench. It's a legendary land. Each other land is an island in addition to its other type of its other land types. So each other land is an island in addition to its other land types. Broken! It's absolutely broken. So now it's broken because you can just boil the board now. You have instant speed Armageddons, in fact. It boils like an instant speed card. Now I would love this card because as a Merfolk player, I want my Merfolk to have natural island walk here. It's basically like, you know, the City of Atlantis Blue Urborg, right? Yeah, island walk time, baby. But that, like, Wizards R&D already said, no, we're not doing this. Card called Boil exists, and as long as Boil exists, this card will not. All right, next, hold on, I gotta add more music. What other music I could add here? Gotta extend today's show. No, I want this one. Okay, Darkstar Ashura. Huge super chat. I'm making a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. Please look at all 6. You better, for 20 bucks, you better believe it. Teenage Mutant. Oops. I'm making a Teenage Mutant Turtle set. Oops, am I not looking at this in Reddit? Okay, hold on. I'm making a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. I can't find it. Is that the title? How much of a donation to see a set? Ideally, actually, we're supposed to cap this at 5 cards. But Darkstar sure doesn't do this very often. But yeah, basically, I don't know. I should have pricing in like in the description. $2 for 1 card. I mean, you could do like what a lot of other people do. They just keep spamming $2 at a time. Ideally, it has to be at least $2 a card. I will go through it slowly the more money you spend. So if it's $5 a card, I will read through them very slowly. If it's $2 a card, I'm speed running them. Yeah, higher the super chat, the priority. So Darkstar sure got big super chat, so get big priority. That's how it's gonna work now. But I will go back and get your super chats. Just look up. I'm making a I'm making a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. Did you get banned too? I think you got banned. So many people got their cards removed today. I'm making. It's not here. Making a Star Wars set. Making this. It's not here. It's a sad day. They must have new mods at Custom Magic or something. We never had this many. I mean, maybe it's just variants. But this is the 3rd damn time we can't find the cards. Because very likely it got removed. Like, if you... so, if you post too many cards at once, like too many posts, they also don't like that. You're allowed to spam on the show, but you can't spam in the forum. Whenever I see cartoon references, I always think that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged joke, Sponge Pants Square Bob, he's a friendly little guy. Sponge... Isn't that backwards? use Discord in the future? It's actually easier for me on Reddit. I could do a Discord thing. Maybe I can look them up. Like, maybe that will be the future. I'll have a Discord. But I really like the free stuff that you have on Reddit. And we look at the popular stuff for the first half of the show. Try searching again. It's very new. I can't find it. Or is it there no colon? That is just weird. Okay, so I had an apostrophe and I couldn't find it. So weird. Okay. April, Inquisitive Reporter. And also remember, you're only 5 at a time. I'm going to make an exception here. Because probably April is the 6th one. Okay, blue-green, 2 generic, 2/4 human citizen. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional clue token are created instead. Also, hold on. Should I be doing these custom things like every week? Because this show goes to like, it's getting like almost to 2 hours. So I'm wondering, like, you guys are so hungry for these custom Magic card shows. Like, maybe there should be like, we just have custom Magic, I don't know, Thursday or something like that. You let me know in the comments section. You let me know in chat if this is something so popular. I'm not trying to milk the cow too much, but it looks like the demand for this thing is up the roof. It's insane. Okay, blue-green, 2 generic. For April, Inquisitive Reporter. Very inquisitive. Also gets in a lot of trouble. 2/4 creature. I wouldn't say she's that big of a creature, you know? She's a damn human being. She's a reporter, for crying out loud. She got more toughness than most soldiers and warriors. What, like her like notebook is like can stop bullets or something? Okay, anyway, if one or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional clue token are created instead. That's fine, I think. There's like a lot of food decks that have a similar ability. Blue-green, tap, investigate. So when you investigate, if one or more tokens will be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional clue. So basically, you investigate, you get a clue token. Also has turtle power. You can have 2 commanders if they both have turtle power. Excellent. Yeah, but she costs 4, so she has to be strong. Oh, yeah. And she's apparently Simic for some reason. Casey Jones. I thought these were going to be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These, like, everyone except the Ninja Turtles? Black, 1 generic for a 3/3. Legendary human warrior with menace. Non-creature, non-equipment artifacts you control or equipment in addition to other types and have equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has equipped 2. Also has turtle power. Oops. Okay, we have Donatello, Gifted Brother. Blue, 2 generic for a 3/2 turtle mutant ninja. Donatello, Gifted Brother gets +0/+1 for each artifact you control. That's flavorful. He loved the artifacts. Loves equipment. He's the scientist. Equipment you control have equip ninja blue? What the hell does that mean? Equipment you control have equip ninja blue. Okay, you got me. I don't know what this means. And it also has turtle power. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, do I ninjutsu the damn thing onto the battlefield? Equip to a ninja? Equip... I guess so. Equip ninjas for blue, and they are ninjas. Okay, I guess that makes some sense. Yeah, probably, like, equip a ninja blue. Maybe. Maybe it's worded properly. Shouldn't turtles have more toughness than April? Exactly! They have everything! This is an absolute flavor for what the hell is going on here. Is this a reference to her big butt or something? And in the cartoon, it wasn't really big. She was a normal proportioned person. Okay, we have a white, 3 generic Leonardo. I never saw Leonardo as a white card, but I get... What was, Donatello was blue. Leonardo's white? I'm not a flavor person, so I'm not going to argue. Okay, 4/4 with Ward 2. Artifacts you control have Ward 2, and also turtle power. I like this card. I love Ward 2. Ward 2 is great. Okay, green, 1 generic for a 3/3 turtle mutant ninja. When Michelangelo, radical brother, deals combat damage to a player, create that many food tokens because he loves his pizza. And non-mana abilities of artifacts you control cost 1 less to activate. Also has turtle power. And red, Raphael, rebellious brother. The red 2/1 turtle mutant ninja with haste. Raphael, rebellious brother, gets +1/+1 for each equipment attached to it. And that's neat cards. And you can pair them however you want. I like it. Okay. Did you super chat this already? Please look at all 6. No, we looked at everything. Well, anyway, thank you very much for, I don't know if this is another super chat or not. Or maybe I just didn't delete the last one. Okay, back to Justin Ambler. Just what you got first, Justin Ambler. I'm just here to say I love your AI streams. Thank you so much. So some random person gets a free super chat on the front page because that wasn't an actual card. Okay, the Crimson Plague, black 2 generic legendary enchantment. If the Crimson Plague is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. It's a ley line, effectively. And all creatures have Toxic 1 and Decayed. Oh God, that's absolutely crazy. I mean, I don't think it's broken, but it will turn the game into chaos. Absolute chaos. Everything has Toxic 1 and Decayed. So you all attack, you deal your Toxic, and then it dies. Or, hold on. How is Decayed? I think, yeah, when it attacks. And I think it can't block. Hold on, does everything can't block? I can't remember how Decayed works. I think it means it can't block either. This is just chaos. Among the sea and flesh and blood it leaves, its beauty lies just beneath the surface. Forgotten Scholar. I have a feeling this is broken. When it attacks, sack it at end of combat. Is that it? But you can block? Can't block and dies. Yeah, the can't block thing, this thing's I have no idea if this is fair. You just slam this thing down and everyone looks at each other like the game's just gonna end real fast. And you can have this in play on turn 1. I think this is nuts. I don't like it. I think it's just absolutely broken. Okay, Rose. What do you got for us, Rose? This is brag. Literally brag within quotations. This is gonna be hard to find, I think. What's your name, Rose? Because this is not a very search-friendly term, because it's only one word. Like, I literally put in brag, and it's not really coming up with what we want it to come up. You know what I mean? Because, like, if it's a more detailed term, it's easier to find. Like, if you give me 2 or 3 words, it's a lot easier to find. Hopefully, Rose, you're still around here. I'm gonna move on, because brag just didn't show up whatsoever. Okay, green cheese, would a card written like this work? Oh my goodness, what is this gonna be about? Would a card written like this work? When you make your titles, make sure it's more than 1 word, so it's a lot easier to search up. Croxa, or Craxa, maybe the sister of Croxa. Nature's Devourer, green, black 3 generic, 3/6 dried human. Menace Death Touch. When Croxa, Nature's Devourer, enters the battlefield or attacks, create 2 1/1 green sapling creature tokens, and when Croxa, Nature's Devourer, dies, sacrifice all sapling tokens you control, then each opponent loses that much life and you gain that much life. Oh, that's a cool card. It absolutely would work. It's an interesting mechanic too. So if you're like a sapling deck and you kill this creature, you like wipe your own board, but it comes at a cost of like maybe wiping you out too. I did remove the quotes. It doesn't matter. Okay, hold on. Where's the username? Yeah, we'll look up Rose. Rose, where are you? Vanta. Okay, we're gonna look up Rose. Vanta. Ghost boy. Reddit. Vanta Ghost Boy. Is this it? Okay, I found you. Okay, now I'm looking for your brag card. I don't know when you posted this thing. Search. Where? I can't find your damn thing. Okay, hold on. Overview. Maybe I'll just do a Control F for, what is it called? It was called brag, right? Just brag. Control F. No, here though. Control F. Brag. No, it can't. It's not finding any. Is it really? Is this thing really called brag? Is the post really called brag? It's called first post? You gotta give me the name of the post, not the name of the card. Okay, so that was the problem. Okay, so let's look up first. Okay, I'll look up first post. Oops. Okay, let me get out of here. Okay, I found it. Google saved me. Okay, so this is how it works. Rose. You gotta give me the name of the post. And ideally, make it like, cause like, it's called brag, but Reddit can't find that. It can't read your cards, you know what I mean? You have to give me the name of the actual post, which was called first post. Also, try to make it unique, because there's probably a lot of people posting for first post. Is first post a locus? Like a locus? Yeah, okay. Or like cloud post, for example. Black, brag, instant. Search your library for a card, reveal it, then shuffle that card into your library. What? Search your library for a card, reveal it, then shuffle that card into your library. But we didn't do anything. I don't understand. Oh, we're bragging. Okay, I got it. We're just bragging. Look what I got. Even though I didn't draw it myself, I'm still gonna show it to you. You could do that with tutors, you know. Just play a tutor, show him, you know, you have to reveal that's an instant or a creature or something. Yeah, it's just a show-off card. Not doable. Well, I guess it is doable. It's just pointless. Unless you need a shuffle effect or something. Broly Shadow. Boop. Tarzan, King of the Jungle. Oh, we're not done. King of the Jungle. This is one of the longer shows. That's why I'm wondering if we gotta do this like every week. Then you people are gonna ask for AI shows every week. Green, red, 3 generic for a 3/3 human ape. Tarzan has +1/+1 for each other ape you control. And then whenever Tarzan attacks, you may put an ape or elephant creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. That's actually pretty fair. That's like some weird sneak attack type of card, you know? But you have to attack. So, I mean, you can't do anything until you attack. And I don't even know how many dangerous apes and elephants there are. Maybe Terastodon or something? It's like a 5-mana card. I mean, you might as well get such a payoff anyway. And we got Bacon Cat Bug, the last but not the least, with Prismatic Ritual. Because I am boring. There's nothing boring around here. And we got okay, so we have for Jund colors, instant, add Wooburg. Interesting. That's gotta be broken though, right? It's gotta be broken. It nets 2 mana here. Harness the essence of the multiverse itself for its ritual embrace, and your very soul becomes a canvas painted with the brilliance of the worlds yet unseen. Oh man, I want to make this my the thumbnail. Like, this is such a good thumbnail card, but people would literally have to wait to the very end of the video to find this damn card. I might have to write a comment. If you want to see the thumbnail card, skip to 1 hour 43 minutes. 2 mana for a card seems fair. This is like a mana fixer, though, for Wooburg cards. Like, you can basically be a Jund deck, but have a little bit of Wooburg in there just for this. It's like the 3 colors with, 3 colors with rituals. Oh, yeah, that's true. All 3 of these, green, red, black, they all make mana. And they make white and blue mana somehow. Even better, maximize engagement on the... Yeah, well, you sometimes piss people off. Like, hey, where's that card that you, like, gave us in the thumbnail? And they're already like 1 hour, 30 minutes into the video. It's like, where's this card? I'm leaving. This card is similar to a one that already exists. Well, in that case, I'll give it a pass. And I guess Brawly Shadow is not done yet because we've got Morgana and Kale. Morgana and Twin Daughters. Last two. Twins. Okay, we have a black, blue, 1 generic, 2/2. Flying Lifelink whenever one. Do I have to click on this thing? Oh! It's a lot bigger now. Oh no, but it doesn't show both cards. Oh, this is awkward. Okay, Morgana the Fallen. Black, blue, 1 generic, 2/2 avatar, flying lifelink. Whenever one or more -1/-1 counters are put on another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Morgana the Fallen. By the way, thank you for increasing the font as much as possible. It actually looks like a regular Magic card. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, that creature's controller puts their choice of a -1/-1 counter or a stun counter on that creature. That's a beating. And this is a flying lifelinker. It's strong but fair. And then next we have Kale. Or is it Kayla? I think it's Kale. The Righteous. Red, white, 1 generic for a 2/2 creature. It's a 2/2. Flying first strike with modified creatures you control. Get +1/+1. Whenever a creature you control becomes modified, put a +1/+1 counter on Kale, the Righteous. Also, the ability triggers only once each turn. Or is it Kaylee? It might be Kaylee. Kaylee sounds right. Clickbait kind of blows. I love clickbait. I live and die on the clickbait. Properly captures the pain of getting hit by a dark binding. Absolutely. The second ability is brutal. Yeah, well, I mean, you're gonna get stunned. They're gonna slow you down. Pronounced Kale? Okay. That was my first guess. Kale equals Kale. Which is very good for you. Very healthy, very nutritious. And that's it! What a hell of a show today. Alright, thank you very much for showing up today. It was fantastic. And you want to be part of the show, you gotta be here. Weekdays, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Reminder, if you, between December 20th and January 5th, for weekdays, with the exception of Christmas, we will be doing the show at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So 2 Coffee and MTGs, double the Coffee and MTG during the holiday season, because I need to build up inventory for a vacation I have in January. And so if you've never been part of the show, you can be there live. If you're in some time zone that you've never been in. Okay, and thank you very much for everyone who supports the show. Patrons on Patreon, members on YouTube, or if you super chat to contribute to the show. But most importantly, we also gotta thank everyone who shows up here today. Be part of the conversation like Bread, Spectral Maniac, Toads, Manas, Steve Cooper, Pedgeman. We've got F. Morlato, Bryce. Although it's very, very big sad for Bryce today. 2 super chats, couldn't find their cards. Brawly Shadow. D. Toads, Platonic Liquid, Pedgeman, Guala, and Jess. Because you guys are the show. As usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.